What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV and your host of The Hot Seat, where we light the fire underneath the seat of our guest. And joining this week, we have none other than Sal from SJ Cooks. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing great, Lep. Thanks for inviting me over.
Oh, man, long time coming. I probably should have asked you a long time ago. We've been following each other for quite a while now, and
Exactly.
it's just hard to get guests because of the show's prior history of other
Okay.
people owning the show. So a
Okay.
lot of cooking with CJ and Daddy Dutch Barbecue have pretty much interviewed all of the barbecue community.
Yeah.
I'm just getting over, you know what I mean, like trying to figure out who hasn't been on the show yet. Trying to get the lower channels. Even if you don't have a channel, I'm still jumping over to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok.
Yeah.
If you're cooking, you're involved into the barbecue world, any which way, knives, cooking utensils, stuff like that. I'll invite you on the show. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. This is a good little way to, get exposed to other content creators because there's so many out there. And they're every day there's I don't know how many new creators out there, so it's hard to keep track, and it's a
Well,
constant
now
evolution.
there's more platforms coming out too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, you don't have your basic four anymore. They're growing, Um
exactly.
even over on Twitch, which I don't mess with Twitch that much. Twitter, I don't mess with Twitter that much. But as far as the three basic YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, that
Yeah.
I have a lot of people.
And now it's
Hey,
a lot of
here goes that
a lot of
mic. Hey, there goes that mic. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna shout out who's hanging out with us right now. My boy Kyle was first. We play tag over on YouTube. We try to find each other where we're all hanging out. Of course, Kent Daddy Dutch Barbecue's in the house. He's at the campground throwing some ribs in the drum. We got Judge Wet Barbecue in the house. Christy V's in the house. Oh, Big Craig's in the house. What's up? Behind the Garage Barbecue. What's happening? We got Randy from RXTX Barbecue. Quint Nelson. Man, you missed the show last night. If you're not connected to the Uncle Dickie channel, follow that. Saturdays is a crazy show. Bat
I
13.
keep hearing the stories.
Oh man, it was a good one last night.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Mario. Who else we got in the house? We got MBL's in the house. What's up? Nothing but love. Yeah, Quint paid to get Randy's head shaved, like completely bald.
Wow.
And it was it was great. I think Christy actually saved a lock of his hair, put it in a ponytail, and shaved the lock off to send it to Quint.
Oh, that's great. So he was in ponytails a couple weeks ago. Now,
Yeah.
how are you going to top that at that point?
I tell you what, with the heat, it probably feels a lot better. That Texas
Yeah.
heat. He's probably like, "Whew, my hair." You know what I mean? Hair might be gone, but my head could breathe.
Yeah.
We got Simon from Yes I Can Barbecue, which is responsible for your thumbnail. I hope you enjoy that.
Thank you, Simon.
He's getting better and better each one. Oh, look at this guy. Man, he ain't done giving up. Cheers,
Well,
brother.
I'm not gonna shave my head for $25. Might do it for 30.
Oh, don't say that. He'll send another 30. Actually, this one was like 500 and he sent it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I better not say anything then.
Pickles Barbecue. What's up, brother? Drew BQ's what's up? He's in the house. We got Eric. Eric, he's the co-host of Uncle Dickie's show. Everybody's waking up today like, what happened? My boy Josh, last beer. What's up, brother? Yeah, we got Sam in the house too. What's up, brother? A couple of my beer community guys over there. And that catches us up. Yeah. Randy says RAP pigtails. All right, man. We got we got 18 million in the seats nice. Waiting to hear your story and give us a little bit about yourself, what's your name, where you're from, stuff like that,
Okay. All right. My name is Sal. I'm from SJ Cooks, and full name is Salvador. Not a lot of people call me my full name, but that is my full name. Sal is completely cool. Everybody calls me Sal. Right. Even whether it's family, co-workers. In fact, the only people that call me Salvador is my wife, just because she wants to, she likes my full name. But I'm a backyard barbecuer / home cook. I was born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. I lived there my entire life. I've been living in LA for 12 or so years. I was only planning to live out here for maybe 4, 5 tops, but then I met my wife and kind of stuck here in LA now.
Hey, not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's great here, so I can't complain. But my heart is still in the Bay Area. I've lived in a town south of Oakland, so just moving out here was a big deal for me. I stayed in California, but it's I miss home. All my family, friends, and kind of left them behind. But I am Mexican American, and my food kind of reflects that. So I'm trying to do a mix between American barbecue and Mexican food. At least that's what I try to focus on.
Not so much the Tex-Mex, but American Mex.
Yeah. Just because I eat Mexican food. That's what I was raised with, So it's not Mexican food. It's just food. And American barbecue, as we know it, it's something that I always loved to do. So it's one of those things where I learned how to grill and barbecue way before I learned how to cook in the kitchen. I started with rice and beans, the most basic things. But when I went off to college, I didn't know how to make beans. And little by little, I would call my mom and say, how do you make your rice? How do you make your beans? And she would, over the phone, I learned, and it just kind of progressively, turned into a foodie. I love food. I love making it. It's relaxing. It's a great, for me, it's a good way to just relax at the end of the day, just be in my thoughts, unwind, and just in the kitchen, chopping stuff up, making dinner. And it's just this lifestyle now, the whole loving and making food.
Yeah.
And as far as my cookers, I cook exclusively on Weber's. I've got 3 Weber's. I got the Jumbo Joe, the 22-inch kettle, and the 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. And I recently acquired the SNS kettle grill. And shout outs to SNS Grills for sending me that grill. It's amazing. So I've got a total of 4 grills. I would like an offset, and it's in my plans, but I don't think I'll introduce it to my YouTube channel just because I feel it's not experienced enough.
Your mic. Sorry, guys. He's got Darth Vader fades in and out. He said it happened May the 4th be with you, and then it was Revenge of the 5th, and all of a sudden his microphone got Darth Vader in it.
Does it sound better?
Yeah.
Sound better? So I disconnected my regular mic. I'm on the computer mic, so it might not sound as good, but we'll just go with this.
Yeah, sorry. You're still good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So where was I?
Calling mom, cooking the rice.
Yeah.
About your smokers, SNS, and then you said you wanted an offset.
Yeah, so I want an offset eventually, but I probably won't put it on my channel just because I'm not going to be experienced. I've never cooked on an offset, and I don't feel
Hmm.
like I don't want to put out misinformation, or I don't want to put just
Okay.
clunky information to be trying to learn it.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
going to be
fair.
it's going to be my own personal thing where I want to learn, and it's
Right.
something that I want to do
Hmm.
myself. So eventually I'll get one and kind of go that route. I started about 2 years ago with all this stuff,
Hmm.
and it's about 3 years later than I originally planned. I kind of
Okay.
missed the whole growth that the pandemic led, which was a lot
Yes.
of channels blew up because
Hmm.
everybody was at home cooking. So I missed that. Started in 2021, I believe, and kind of, but it's not a big deal. I started it just posting pictures, just it
Hmm.
just started. Look at this cool food picture, but I've been doing that for years. So I'm the guy, used to be on Twitter and posting what I ate for breakfast. That was me. So I got a lot of it always it kind of a way to show off, what you made. And obviously video is kind of the next step up, like showing everybody how I cook and what I eat. And I try to keep it just very. I'm not a trained chef. I'm not, one of those barbecue competition guys. I'm not gonna portray myself as one because I'm not. I don't have any formal training. I'm all
Hmm.
self-taught. Mom taught me how to cook. Kind of taught myself how to grill, and just kind of go. It's kind of my thing.
Right.
And so far it's been a blast. Because it's fun for
I,
me.
I love this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love to cook too, and you know, this group and this community, man. Look, Pickle says it best right here. Beginning from figuring it out, actually, a decent way to go as long as you say learn with me.
yeah,
So you might maybe after a couple stick burns, burning it in,
yeah,
stuff like that, you could. How about you hit the record on it? You don't have to
yeah,
actually just put it in the bank, and you could actually build a video out of that.
yeah,
Even you know,
yeah.
uh,
Definitely, I have ideas, kind of what I would do. It would be more of a comical thing of like
eh,
of just
right?
recording just bloopers of like
Uh
I
huh.
screwed this chicken up really bad. Look how incredibly burnt it is, or something. Things like that. I want to like just make a quick little string of shorts of just here's me trying to learn and me messing up. I think it'd be more entertaining.
Hey, sometimes you need just that entertaining factor.
Yeah,
Look, you know what I mean. When you're in this community, you're going to see a lot of the same things over and over.
yeah,
It just might be a different cooker. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, yes, it's Mario. It says, SJ, get you a braza from barbecue headquarters.
Okay,
Oh,
do
look
that.
at this guy. Ha. Hey, if you're coming, May 20th will be the tacos. I got quick little plug. Sorry, Sal. May
Yeah, no problem.
19th, STD Comedy Jam, uh, North Olmsted, Ohio. I'm the host, and we have a lot of YouTubers coming from out of town. And I told everybody I'm going to do birria tacos for the ones that come out of. We even have somebody coming from the UK.
Very
So
nice.
yeah, so I'm to do some birria for them.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we got Al Lunacy queuing in the house. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. So on the entertaining side of things, let's stay there, man.
Yeah.
What are you listening to when you're out there grilling?
I listen to all kinds of music. So I listen to all kinds of genres. Like it's crazy. I've had like every decade I'm into something new. So the 90s, as I was growing, like even before then, as a 8-year-old, 9-year-old, I would listen to a lot of oldies, like 50s and 60s. I have all of this music of just anytime it comes on the radio or something, I'm singing the lyrics. And my wife's like, "How do you know all these songs?" And I'm just like, I started listening to it at a very young age.
Right, right.
And then the 90s, my teen teenage years, I listened to a lot of 90s hip hop. You know, I'm a big Biggie fan, Tupac. I'm all
Okay.
about, that genre, but I also listen to Nirvana. I like the alternative scene back then.
Right.
Metallica. And in the 2000s, I got a lot into Spanish music. I really got into the whole Spanish rock genre
Spanish
throughout the
rock. Okay.
2000s. And so I listened to that. And then recently, I started listening to a lot of 80s. My wife loves the 80s, and it's just, she's constantly on that old radio station. I'm like, the 80s had some good hits here, so
Just
that
the
started,
glamour rock sucked. glam rock sucked, man.
you know,
Not the music, not the
yeah,
music. The way they
yeah,
dressed and performed and jumped around on
yeah,
stage.
yeah. And even like 70s, you got that like whole disco vibe.
Yeah.
I got a couple songs on my play. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, like I think I could find good music in every genre, like I'm open to it, so I would, if I'm in the backyard, it goes from, old school rancheras, Mexican music playing on the
Hmm.
background, or just some good old 90s hip hop. I'll listen to that stuff when I'm out there grilling, just me and my food, and it's just like I said, there's no one genre I stick to.
Yeah.
I kind of
So so
float around.
so is the phone on a playlist of like Spotify or Pandora or
It's
something,
on
or you
Spotify. So it's on
running
Spotify.
YouTube or something?
Yeah, so I would like listen to the radio and the good tune comes on and be like, oh, I'm gonna add that to my playlist. So I have it organized by like 90s, like hip hop, 2000s hip hop. I got like,
Yeah.
rock 90s, rock, 2000s, like it's just different playlists for what I want. The cool thing about Spotify though, it kind of suggests new songs. So that playlist of 10 songs could just go on forever because
Yeah.
it suggests songs like, oh, if you like these 10, like here's another one in there. And that's how
Oh,
you get exposed to even more music,
yeah.
kind of that genre.
Random generator. That's why I like Pandora. I
Yeah.
hit shuffle. I could go from BB King to
Yeah.
Biggie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. It's good stuff.
to Whitney Houston
Yeah.
to DMX. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. That's exactly. As long as it's like, for me, when I'm cooking, I want it to be like just moving, like I want it to
Mhm.
be exciting. I don't want to listen, to slow songs. I want it to be
Yeah.
upbeat. I want it to be,
Yeah.
high
Right.
high energy,
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah, keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's a
Yeah.
vibe. You when you're out there feeding a fire, stoking a
Yeah.
fire, moving food around,
Yeah.
hearing the sizzle and
Yeah.
and the smells, the aroma.
Yeah.
Uh, sun's usually shining. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just the whole vibe, man.
Yeah. And just the music alone, it just changes the
Hmm.
atmosphere like that. Because anytime I'm playing some old school, ranchera or old school banda, it immediately brings me back to home because that's what we grew up. We would grill some carne asada out in the yard and we would listen to rancheras, so that brings me like my mind automatically to my childhood, and
Right.
music is very powerful,
Um, Simon's asking, was it Vicente Fernandez?
Yeah. Vicente Fernandez is great. He's the king of rancheras, rest in peace. This guy,
Yeah.
when he died, it's a lot of people were hurt, because everybody I know that I grew up with listened to him, and
Hmm.
and we're still listening to his music,
Yeah.
Snoop on his concerts played Vicente Fernandez kind of because he understood how great, he meant,
Oh,
how good
really?
he was. Yeah, he played it on his concerts. He's like, rest in
Wow.
peace, and he was
Wow.
singing along. Like he's very he's very into like the whole Mexican culture, Snoop is.
Snoop is versatile. Check this. I seen him with the Used, Corn, and Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
And you know what he did? He rocked out his song, sipping on gin and juice. He's rolling around on his trike on the stage,
Yeah.
rocking it out. The
Yeah.
band's playing behind him instead of a DJ. Oh,
Yeah.
it was wicked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I was snooping through some stuff,
Mhm.
just checking out what I could show. I pulled up your Instagram, man. You got what camera are you working with?
I recently moved to a Sony A7 IV. Up
I was gonna
until
say,
then,
man, that is some crisp quality
yeah,
picture taking.
yeah, I recently did that, and before then, it was my like old school point and shoot, like a really old RX Sony camera, and
Mhm.
that's how I filmed majority and took pictures of the majority of the stuff that I put up. And it wasn't until recently that I moved into that, and it takes a while for me to get used to it, but it's producing good images, and a lot of it really has to do with the lighting. I know everybody kind of says that,
Mhm.
because I could definitely make that camera look like crap if I don't light it properly.
Right.
So that's
That is
kind of what
true.
I've been, and it's been like a big journey for me to like understand like how to light food. It's a
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah, because you could get a glare off something that's glazed real
Yeah,
quick. Like a lot of pictures, you see the ring light.
yeah,
It shines off of the food,
yeah.
it I wanted to build a they call it a shadow box, I believe, but it's like
Hmm.
a picture box.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean? You put the
yeah,
dark background behind it and have lights in certain positions,
yeah,
and it got a little turntable so you could turn the plate and stuff like that. I wanted
yeah,
to build one of those, but I don't have the room, honestly, for something like that. But if I was a photographer, you
yeah,
better bet I would do something like that.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Like it's I think they sell those, but they're meant for like things that you want to sell online. So like little
Yeah, yeah,
objects. It's like a little.
yeah,
I've seen those little boxes,
yeah.
but you're
Jewelry
right.
and stuff,
But
showcasing
to
jewelry.
I guess if you build one large enough for food, it would be a pain because it's essentially a cube of like moving that thing around, liking it
That's what
everywhere.
I mean. You would have to make. I If I built one, it would be stationary. There is no moving it around.
Yeah,
Obviously, it would have to be big enough to spin a brisket,
yeah,
spin some ribs. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, let's take a look. Let me share this. Take a look at some of your work over on Instagram. I have been really impressed. I'm like, man, this guy, man, he's taking some quality pictures over here. Um, Not only is the quality of food there, it's the picture that makes it 10 times better. Look at these tacos, guys. Look at those things. Let me give it while I'm here. Let me give it a
While I'm here.
thumbs
Oh, I got the alert. I got the alert.
That's but yeah, man. Now if you've known my history, I'm big on Mexican myself. I
Yeah.
grew up in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood with Puerto Ricans, and a lot of Mexicans also. But um, rice and beans and fried pork chops, plantains,
Yeah.
empanadas, potato balls, stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you like
And
do you like the Puerto Rican rice? Puerto Rican rice is like my
yes,
favorite.
okay, so
So
I like give me the gandules, give me
yeah, the gandules,
a
yeah.
green olive and some sofrito,
Yeah.
adobo and
The
sazon. That's me,
Yeah,
man,
the empanadas
all
are
day.
really delicious. I
Hmm.
used to work at a Puerto Rican, like a little club
Oh yeah,
organization, and they used
not
to have food all the time. That's how I got exposed to that. It was just like the rice and empanadas. I would just like, yeah, give me that. Like, see, they
right.
would charge me like $7 a plate, and then extra empanadas for an extra dollar or something. I would just pack my plate and go to
Wow.
town.
Wepa, wepa, wepa. Oh, here's a picture of one of your grills.
Yeah,
There we
that's so
go.
that's the SNS kettle that I received from them not
So
too long ago.
what's his name from SNS? What's his name?
So the guy, Jabin, the guy that kind of runs it, or you're talking about
Dave,
the
maybe?
owner? Yeah, the Dave. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's the owner of it.
So he got with Weber and made this grill, or is this straight his brand? Weber's name's not on it.
Weber's name is not on it. So he
Okay.
essentially made that grill He took a lot of what Weber did with theirs, because if you look at it, it looks like a Weber grill.
Right. It looks like a
Um,
kettle,
but
like
then
a
he
master touch. It looks like a master touch or
Yeah,
whatever, you
but
know.
then he did some interesting things that you could easily modify yourself. Like you could add the little porthole so you could put in your thermometer cable. He put the little hole at the bottom so you could put one of those thermometer, the vent thing, so it kind of turns it into a pellet cooker essentially. The little
Okay.
blow thing, a little blowhole in there. He also
All
put
right.
the thermometer on this side opposite of the where
Th-
it's not supposed to be, because on the Weber kettles, the thermometer's on the direct side when you're in direct cooking.
Okay. Yeah.
He put it on
Okay.
the right side. He put the
Oh,
little
yeah.
lid.
I see. I see. It's right by the vent there. Yeah.
Yeah. He also put the little lid thing so you could hang it.
Yeah.
And he put
Yeah.
4 wheels instead of 3. So these are all like things that you could essentially do yourself, but I tell people, yes, you could go ahead and drill holes and make it exactly this yourself by a Weber, but then what's the warranty look like? Like, I think it's not valid at
Oh,
that point,
yeah.
you know?
Weber would definitely void that that warranty.
Yeah,
It's not a chop cut rebuild type company.
yeah,
They like their design and they like to keep it that way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that
So,
looks like a nice grill. Looks sturdy like a Weber, you know.
yeah,
It's got the little side table. I like that.
yeah. So again, these are
Uh,
all things you could modify your own Weber to get all of
oh
these things
yeah,
yourself, but
for
it's
sure.
just that if you want to just kind of just roll with it, just get one of those. It's all
Is it,
kind of ready to go.
so is that your main baby?
No, I still cook on all my grills. It's just that
Okay.
recently I got that one and I've just been trying to like cook, try to remake a lot of the cooks that I already done on my Weber and then just cook them there. And that's kind of my goal right now is to cook as many as I, redo a lot of my cooks on that grill just to have more content.
Yeah, so yeah, everybody's probably gonna wonder, are you a brand ambassador?
I am an affiliate. So yes, I
Affiliate.
do have,
Okay.
yeah. So I do I
Did
do
they
have
give
an
you that
affiliate.
grill or just a discount on it?
I was given. So yeah,
Nice.
full disclosure
Nice.
that they gave me that grill. Yeah.
That see now that's why I like about companies. If you trusted me to be anything about your company,
Yeah.
send me some stuff, man. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And the reason I agreed with them is because I've been using the slow and sear on the Weber kettle for a long time, like 6 or 7 years. I've been
Right on.
using it. So I already trust the brand. So this is not an unknown brand of like, here, send this grill and say nice stuff about it. It was more like, are you interested? I'm like, heck yeah. Like I love you guys, like I bought a lot of your stuff already. Like, absolutely. I'll take it. So it's kind of, I don't think it happens that much. I think a
Well,
lot of the companies that hit you up are companies that you're not familiar with and you're kind of taking a risk, where you don't know if it's going to be good, like you get into that whole area, so this one, it was great because I love their products.
man, I just can't get over your picture taken, man. Honestly.
So it's a mix of reels and stills. I tried
Yeah,
to
yeah, I see that. That's why I'm not really. I mean, we can sit here and play videos for an hour. You know what I mean? I just want to
yeah.
give people so here's another sorry, I'm gonna scroll up real fast. So here's his Instagram, guys. Give him a follow. Be greatly appreciated. Connect with Sal. But yeah, I'm very impressed with your picture taking. I mean, it's like I got that vision. I just
Mhm.
can't put it into motion. I recently
Yeah.
did get a camera and I don't know how to work it.
Yeah.
Um, read the directions, um,
It's hard. It's
watched the
this
DVD. It's just
Yeah,
if you don't understand how a camera
it's
works,
hard. Yeah, it's hard because the whole thing about being a content creator, it's like the most difficult job if you think about it because there's so many areas that you have to like be good at. and most
Mhm.
of us don't know how to do these things. So it's just like you have to learn how to take good food pictures. You have to learn how to film. You have to learn how to edit. You have to learn, how to, like, if you're scripting, your things, you have to research how to get views on your YouTube channel. So it's like you
Mhm.
have to be like have to wear all of these hats constantly, and a lot of us we don't know how to do these things. So it's just we're teaching ourselves, and
Yes.
it's hard, and
Yeah.
it's just you have to. I feel like you just have to take it, a hat at a time, like
Mhm.
focus in on like good food photography first, like just go on Google and just research how do you take good food pictures, and just spend a good, your next 10 cooks, just try to take the best possible food picture that you can, and then that
Mhm.
will get you in a good safe place. And then the next one is like, learn a good editor and get really, really good at editing. And then just kind of, focus in on that, learn everything there is to know about that program, go on YouTube, go on Google, research everything there is to know about, editing food, and then just go hat by hat, and
Yeah.
eventually you have a nice little package, where
Mhm.
you feel good about all the areas,
Well, your fans, Quentin and Simon. Sal knows how to do media, and Simon says Sal's TikToks are very well done. So um, you got all the platforms going, right?
yeah. Yeah, I got the TikTok, the Instagram, and the YouTube.
Yeah. So somebody out there, one of my mods, could drop some links for everybody, so they could all connect with Sal. Start following these great recipes and pictures and videos. What do you got next? What do you got lined up?
As far as cooks,
Yeah.
I have about three of them kind of ready to go. They're just waiting for them to be edited.
Hmm.
I got a kind of a pollo asado recipe that they're gonna put out probably next. But I also got a brisket coming. Um, I got a pork shoulder coming. And like I said, I'm trying to redo a lot of the cooks on that SNS grill. So a lot of my previous cooks, I'm just going to redo them on that particular cooker. So let's get ready for ribs, another rib video. Your
Right.
standard barbecue stuff. So that's what I'm kind of what my plan is for the rest of the year. And yeah, just keep making content.
I want to see more Mexican, please.
Yeah. I was I did a live not too long ago, and I said those videos give me no views, but like I do them because I love it. Like
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm doing them,
Now
because I would get like my
you're
yeah
gonna get a view, at least
like
one.
that taco picture that you showed. I mean,
Yeah.
those were beef tongue tacos, and I got like no views, no love for them. And
I
I'm just like, this is amazing food, you guys. Like, everybody should be watching this, even if
I
you don't, even if you're not gonna try it, just watch it because
I,
it's
I
good
did
stuff.
one a couple years ago. I had a fan of the show reach out to me,
Mhm.
and this dude sent me uh, like six tongues, like
Mhm.
from two different companies.
Okay.
And I obviously I'm already all in. I'm obligated. You know what I mean? I accepted the package. And the great gesture. So I had to make him a video, and I don't know. I don't think mine did all that great either. For one, I like one of the pictures is me taking the tongue, and I'm like my tongue's hanging out my mouth.
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it, it don't look right, you
Yeah.
know.
That's funny.
But
But sometimes those get
hey, it
views,
was
I would
delicious.
imagine. Yeah.
First time doing it, and it was delicious. It's shredded. It's
Yeah.
so tender. It's like
Yeah.
if you ever had the beef cheek or
Yeah.
the pig cheek.
Yeah.
It's that velvety type
Yeah.
texture, and it holds any flavor you throw at it.
Yeah.
and then you add it to a taco. Come on, man.
Yeah, the taco. You can do anything with the taco at that point, you know, any ingredient that you like, you can
Yeah,
just throw it on there.
man, I did
For me, it's
spaghetti
always that.
tacos.
Yeah. For me, it's that just that salsa verde. It just adds.
Yes.
It's meant the salsa verde for the tongue tacos. It's just meant to be. You know.
Those are the videos I like. I like the salsa verdes, the salsas, the
Yeah.
picos. You know, I like it. Like I could cook all the tacos, burritos, quesadillas I want. You know,
Mhm.
what are you going to serve with that? Is the question.
Yeah.
You can't make it a one-dimensional meal.
Yeah.
So that's where I get creative with my side dishes and stuff like that. I got something that I do around here, which is a spin-off of uh, Todd Tovern from Blackstone Griddles. He has a bacon fried corn. So I do a
Okay.
fried corn, fried elote, you
Okay.
know, and
Nice.
my my finish move, I'll give it up. I don't really care. I'd like to see people use it. I take the jalapeno and cheddar Cheetos and
Mhm.
crunch them up and sprinkle that over the top.
Oh. I'm like salivating here now.
And the thing is on the Blackstone, you can get a whole bunch done for everybody, you know.
Yeah. And that's another thing too that I've been wanting to get. Me and I don't know if you know Kevin over at Man Kitchen Recipes, but
Yeah.
it's a constant thing with me. Anytime he puts out content with that, you know, with the Blackstone, I'm like, I need to get me one of those because I could
Yeah.
just imagine all the things, you know, just cooking up breakfast, you know, cooking up some burgers for lunch, you know, and dinner, just, you know, just whatever leftover meat you got going, you know, throw it on the griddle and
Simon
you're
says
good
the
to go.
fat boy sprinkle. You ain't lying. But yeah, you just reminded me. I believe I reached out to him a while
Yeah,
back. I'll reach out to him again.
yeah,
If I haven't, I apologize. But yeah, that's one that was on the radar too.
yeah,
Um, yeah, you know, sometimes you know what I mean. You got to put the feelers out there. I'll contact 20 people
yeah.
and I'll ask them for the same date. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. No, I'm supposed to be here. You know, I'm just asking, do you want to be a guest on the show at first? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or like I did. Well, we did that in a live stream. I was like, Sal, man, when you ready?
yeah,
You're like, put me on,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Here we
it worked
are.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It
See,
works out. Yeah.
it's not a hard show, right?
No, not at all. No, I love this stuff. That's one of the things that I was going to bring up. You know, that along with the cooking and everything is fun. Documenting the food is great, but the barbecue community is it's amazing. It's I love it. Like I've
Mhm.
met some good people. It's everybody's very welcoming, very supportive, and you know shows like this. It's particularly amazing that you know you bring on guests here and you know you talk to them, get to know a little bit about them, and I appreciate that. And I think you get that from every
Yeah.
guest that come in here,
Yeah.
but it's particularly important, you know, because a lot of us we don't know who you know Sal is from SJ Cooks. Let's learn a little bit about him, you know.
Hmm.
See if I like him before I go and subscribe to his channel,
Right on.
you know. So it's just one of those things where I think shows like these are very very important,
Oh
and it
yeah, for
exposes
sure.
you to new stuff, you know.
Always got to have new eyes on the prize, man.
Yeah,
Always. That's why we're in this business, to grow,
yeah,
and you could only grow in numbers. The more
yeah,
numbers, the more you grow, the more we grow.
yeah,
We grow together. Some grow faster than others. You
yeah,
know, we've had
yeah,
those. Whew, they're out the
yeah,
window.
yeah.
Don't forget us. Yeah.
Well, here's my thought about that, and that is like a lot of people, which is the wrong perspective, is to think that we're all competitors. There's a block, and we all set up restaurants right next to each other, and we're all fighting for that same customer. And I
Right.
don't believe that at all. I completely don't think that that's how this community works. It's more like we're all living under this barbecue, you know, kitchen, and all of us are there as coworkers. We're all working with each other. So, you know, if there's particularly people, you know, to come watch me, then everybody in that community will, you know, will take advantage of that as well. Same
Mhm.
thing with anybody that blows up.
Yeah.
Like we all
Oh,
get a
man.
little piece of that, you know?
Right.
So that's the
Right.
way I think about it. So the whole thing about, oh, he's my competitor, or,
Oh,
he's making
oh.
videos that I'm making. It's like, no, like we're
Yeah.
all in it together. We're all co-workers here, and we're
Yeah.
all,
Coworkers. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it.
yeah,
Quint likes your how you show how you edit your videos, you know.
yeah. So that's one thing too that I want to eventually try to do is either, I don't know if there's a market to sell my because a lot of people comment that they love how I edit, but now I'm trying to see if there's a market for me either to get paid to teach people to do it, or people rather just get it for free, or are people rather pay me to edit their videos. It's like, it's kind of the, do I teach them, do I give them a fish, or I teach them how to fish kind of thing. And it's one thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around. But that's, and then in the next couple of months, I'll try to figure out if there is a market for either people paying me to edit their videos or teaching them how to edit their
Hmm.
videos. So I think it's, especially among content creators, I think
Yeah.
everybody, they understand that editing is kind of one of those difficult ones to master,
Yeah. I could watch all the videos I want. I could uh, order DVDs on it, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could even take an online class, and until you're sitting right here next to me,
Yeah.
and you're actually walking me through, like, oh no, this is what you want to do, or you hit this button to do that. That
Yeah.
because I'm not familiar around a computer all that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So editing a video, I could do it from my phone. I'm a lot. For some reason I feel like, TikTok gives you the editor when you're editing a
Hmm.
reel, stuff like that. There's an editor built in, which is the 101 of
Hmm.
editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're not doing layers and all that. Like, um, I'm sure you got some badass program. What are you working with? DaVinci or something?
No, I work on Final Cut. So I used iMovie for a very long time, and it was an
iMovie is a
easy.
good one. I wanted to get an iPhone just because of iMovie.
Yeah, so I kind of learned iMovie. That's where I started, and then I just moved
Mhm.
over to Final Cut, which is a great transition because they work very similar. So it was a very easy jump. It's just when you outgrow, when you start really, digging in there, and you're like, how do I do this? Well, it's like, well, you can't. And it's like you start limiting yourself, then jumping over to Final Cut, it's just like, oh, this is so much easier, and you don't feel lost, like you're learning a completely different program. So it was a very nice addition um,
Yeah,
for me.
our buddy Eastwind Farms, man, he did some awesome stuff with the iMovie.
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, he had erased all of his content, which sucks because there's
Okay.
videos of myself, Pickles Barbecue, a couple other um, YouTubers, and they were great videos. But
Yeah.
yeah, Sleeper Barbecue wants to know what's that going to do to your content taking on editing work. What's your 9 to 5? How is that going to interact with your 9 to 5 and your hobby
That's
of making your own content
so,
versus?
yeah, it is definitely going to slow it down, but I feel um like, because right now I'm not putting out that much content. I'm putting out, try to do a long form video every 2 weeks, and then some shorts in there,
Yeah,
Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's kind of my main goal right now. I can't do anything more than that. Like, I can't do more than a week. So if it means like it would limit myself, I'm not going to take on, 4 guys to edit their videos, because then that's just going to take me too long. It's
yeah,
gonna be it's gonna turn a hobby into a job, and it's something I'm trying to
yes,
avoid.
right. And you
So if
could
I could take,
get burnt
yeah,
out real
if
quick.
it takes one or two content creators where I could edit and then still keep a routine, of pushing
Mhm.
out at least one video every 2 weeks, then I'd be happy, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but again, you
yeah.
have
You're not
to,
trying to get rich on it. You're just trying to
yeah,
help out and
yeah,
maybe teach somebody like, hey, man, this stuff that you're, because
yeah,
sometimes you just you make them short videos to make
Yeah.
a long video.
Yeah.
It's not always hit record and record the whole cooking session and
Yeah.
everything like that. I mean, if you do that, you're gonna have to take a 4 or 5, 6, especially in the barbecue world. You're
Yeah.
smoking. If you're smoking low and slow,
Mhm.
how are you taking a 12-hour video and
Yeah.
condensing it to a 12-minute video? You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah. No, it's very tough. That's why
Mhm.
it's one of those. I've developed little tricks to make it easier. If those long cooks, and I could certainly pass that along. So even if I edit one video, they're going to take a lot of information from me because I'm telling them how to film. Essentially, like, hey, film it
right,
this way, so it's easier. So you don't have 12 hours of footage. You have 8. And that already helps me. That would help you in the future if you learn how to kind of not knowing when to stop. I guess some, like, I call it some camera editing, where that's pre-editing. You're not in the editing room yet, you're filming, but you kind of already know what you need and what you don't need, what you're not going to use. So
right
it's
on.
a very important thing to do a little kind of pre-editing while you're filming.
Yeah, for sure. So I learned, don't just hit record. Uh, get a little snippet of this, talk about that, move the camera, hit
Yeah.
record, get that angle, do different angles,
Yeah.
make all these little short videos to make one long video, long
Yeah.
form video.
Yeah.
And I only work on my phone. I need to learn that camera.
You should take it. Take it. Just record stuff like you said that you're not planning to put out there. Just film it and
Yeah,
just you keep doing it over and over. Whatever simple or complicated cook you do, just document it. Without the intention of actually pushing out the content. And just
right,
get better. Just keep,
right
because it's
on.
practice, right? Like, you're not
Yeah.
like with anything. It's just like sports. I always that analogy of sports. It's like, you're
Hmm.
not going to become a wide receiver by just picking up the ball one day. You have to work. You have to, like, work in all these areas. You have to be
Right
fit.
on.
You have to exercise. You have to do all of these things before you become a good
Right
wide
on.
receiver, a good quarterback.
True that. So one of the show questions is from Froggy's Kitchen. What's your favorite thing to cook, and what is your least favorite thing to cook?
My
Least
favorite.
favorite. What
Yeah,
no
my
favorite.
favorite.
No favorite. When it's least, it's not a favorite. It's just least.
Yeah. So I think my favorite thing to barbecue are definitely ribs. I love making ribs. So
Right on.
I'll cook. I'll eat ribs every day if I could, but unfortunately, that's gonna make me super large. But ribs is just so much fun because it's not a long cook, but it gets you there. Smelling the smoke gets you outside. And it produces a good product each time. And there's a lot of room for experimentation. That's why I don't understand the whole thing of, like, oh, another rib video, like we've seen it before. It's like, well, you could make it different. Just add a
Yeah.
different seasoning, add a different glaze, different method of cooking it, different cooker. That'll get you different ribs, and
Mhm.
it's so I love that. I love barbecue ribs for the versatility. As far as my least, it's gonna be brisket because it takes so long. I love the outcome of it, but it just takes so long. It's and then especially filming it. That's why I don't have that many brisket videos on my page, because it's just like every time it's just a lot of filming. It's the whole day.
Yeah.
The outcome is outstanding, but it's
Yeah.
just
You need
time.
maybe you need a Blackstone and do a brisket on a Blackstone.
What I really want to do is on the Santa Maria. So I want to, like, put the brisket on there and just feed it wood, have a kind of a high, and then keep flipping. I don't know how it would work, but that would
Oh,
be a challenge, and that's kind of
I
what I
have
want to do.
I have a Gabby's grill. I could actually probably experiment with that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be opposed to it. Just a lot of heat escaping and not
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
penetrating the meat. That would be my
Yeah.
only thing.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
you could do the whole cover, because I have a Jumbo Joe, and that's usually how I cook. Like, slower cooks like ribs and stuff on the Gabby's grill, I usually put the little Jumbo Joe lid to kind of contain the heat in there.
Okay.
It's a good way to like speed it up. So
Okay.
I'll probably do something like that on that. I'm probably not gonna film it because I think it's gonna be I'm gonna get discouraged like halfway through it, and I'm just gonna be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Let me just wrap it and throw it in on the
Right.
rubber Smoky Mountain.
I'd have some broth going and chop that thing up and throw it in there, and it'd be birria or something barbacoa or something.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these guys sounding like a collab. Les versus Sal, Lep versus Sal brisket cook off. Hey, if he wants to edit that video, I'll send him all kinds of film. I know my compared to his, he wins with just the video side of things.
That would actually be very interesting collab where I could just
we
film
could
on your
get
end
together like we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And teaching and helping each other out cook
the
brisket on the Gabby's grill.
Yeah. That would be interesting because I don't think I've seen that before where it's just you're collaborating live as you're filming, and even in the editing where you're just like, okay, let's get a couple of shots you in here, like, have you say this, and be an interesting video.
You just tell me what you need and it's there. I like the idea. Thanks. That's what I love about this, everybody that comes and hangs out for a hot seat. This show's about them. You know what I mean? Them sitting over there, asking questions, being intrigued, hearing your story. That's what this hot seat's all about, And I just wanted to say thanks, for them, guests like yourself. Without you guys, I wouldn't even be doing this. Right now, I'd probably be in the house watching some movie with Mrs. Lep that I don't even like. You'll
be on your phone as you're watching it.
She gets mad. I got last night. I had the basketball game. I had UFC on the computer, and I had Uncle Dickie on the phone with headphones. He didn't like that. But man, hey, you survived it, man. How'd it go?
Oh, great. It's
awesome.
It's awesome. It was a pleasure talking to you, and it's again, the chat is amazing as always. Mm-hmm. They're really good people. I just love the support. I can't say that. I can't emphasize that enough. I love the barbecue community and the support. No matter who goes live, they're always there. Like some of the, and I'm part of that community too. I'll go in there, people's lives, and just make stupid comments. I'll give someone a hard time. I'll give Lance a hard time when he's saying something. I'll bust his balls. I'll hold his check over there. I'll talk trash, but they know it's all in good. It's all in good fun.
Oh yeah. Sometimes there's a better party going on in the chat versus what's on the screen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens that way.
Yeah. Sometimes I walk in on one of these lives. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Have you been talking about this the entire time? Why haven't I logged in sooner?
There's been a whole lot of that. All right, man. We're gonna sign off here. You got a minute to hang out because usually I drop the link and people could come and hang out and get to know you off the camera here and
absolutely
ask some questions. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Acquiring minds.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, Quint says he busted Randy last night. Yeah, you did, man. You got him good, man. Everybody's saying good show. Appreciate that. Love you guys like always. Next week is Mother's Day, so I'm probably going to take the day off to go hang with moms. She's been down in Florida. They'll be back by next week, so hang out. Hopefully the weather's nice. Hang out in the yard, get some flowers going to her flower bed and her hanging pots and get all that going, for Mother's Day, happy birthday. It was a belated birthday. It was her birthday. My grandma's birthday. Rest in peace, Graham. May 6th. So I get a double whammy with moms. I get birthday and Mother's Day.
Nice.
But I appreciate you coming out, Sal, hanging out with us. And we'll see you guys 2 weeks from now. Kenna's Kitchen will be on. So,
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Really good channel.
Yep. Yep. So, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Love you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Peace.